Hey everyone, and welcome back to Code. Today, we redive in deep into a small but mighty sensor that has a huge impact on how your car drives, the Throttle Position Sensor, or TPS. For short, ever wonder how your car's brain, the ECU, knows exactly how hard you're pressing the gas pedal? Well, this little guy is the key. Stick around, because we're going to cover what it does, what happens when it fails, and most importantly, how to test it properly. So, what exactly is the TPS? Think of it as the volume knob for your engine. It's usually mounted right on the throttle body, and its job is to translate the physical angle of your throttle plate, how much it is open or closed, into an electrical signal. This signal is sent directly to your engine control unit. When you're idling, the TPS tells the ECU the throttle is closed. When you floor it, it screams full throttle. And the ECU responds by injecting more fuel and adjusting ignition timing to give you that power. It's a direct line of communication between your right foot and the engine's performance. Now, what happens when this communication line gets fuzzy? A faulty TPS can cause a whole host of frustrating problems. You might notice your car idling erratically, maybe too high or too low, or even stalling out. When you try to accelerate, it might feel sluggish, hesitate, or jerk. Your fuel economy could take a nosedive. And in many cases, you'll get that dreaded check engine light on your dash. This brings us to the most critical part: diagnose it. Don't just throw parts at the problem. Let's learn how to test the TPS correctly. The best way to do this is with the signal sweep test, using a multimeter or an estimator. First, you'll need to identify the wires going to the sensor. You'll typically have a 5-volt reference wire, a ground wire, and the signal wire that sends voltage back to the ECU. With the key in the on position but the engine off, you can back probe the signal wire. At idle, or with the throttle plate fully closed, you should see a low voltage reading, usually around half a volt to 1 volt. Now, here's the sweep test. Slowly and smoothly open the throttle by hand, all the way to wide open. As you do this, you should see the voltage on your multimeter climb just as smoothly, without any jumps, drops, or dead spots. When the throttle is fully open, the voltage should be high, typically around 4.5 to 5 volts. If you see the voltage suddenly drop to 0, or jump around erratically during the sweep, you've found your problem. That's a dead spot in the sensor, and it's sending confusing signals to the ECU, causing those drivability issues. An oscilloscope is even better for this test because it can show you tiny glitches that a multimeter might miss. If your test confirms the TPS is bad, replacement is usually straightforward. It's often held on by just a couple of screws. Disconnect the battery, unplug the electrical connector, unscrew the old sensor, and install the new one. After you reconnect everything, it's a good idea to perform a throttle body relearn procedure if your vehicle requires it, to make sure the ECU calibrates to the new sensor's range. Then, clear those trouble codes and take it for a test drive. You should feel a world of difference in your throttle response and idle quality. And that's the lowdown on the Throttle Position Sensor. It is a perfect example of how a simple component can have a major effect on your engine's behavior. Understanding how to test it can save you time, money, and a lot of headaches. If you found this guide helpful, hit that like button, and be sure to subscribe to CodeMechanic for more deep dives into car diagnostics. Got any questions or a TPS story of your own? Drop a comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.